Hello, everyone, and welcome to Authentic Now Yoga, the online yoga studio for anybody and everybody. My name is Jody Pignole, and today we're going to have a chair class because not everybody is able to practice a mat class. And sometimes your body has to spend a lot of time in a chair. So it'd be nice to have some yoga moves to practice while you're stuck in your chair throughout the day. If you don't already have a chair handy, find a chair where you can bring your feet level on the mat or floor. It's nice if the chair has a back because we'll use that for some support, but it's not mandatory. So if you only have a stool, that's great too. You might also want to grab a block, such as this, or if you don't have one of these, stack of books, maybe a big fat book like a dictionary would be perfect, a full sturdy box of pasta or a soup can. And then you can also grab a strap if you have a strap, or a belt or a dish towel would also be handy to have during our class. But we're going to start our class with a little bit of mindfulness and a little bit of alignment in our spine. So what I want you to do, pay attention to first, is where your sit bones are. So just tilt your pelvis back and forth a little bit and see if you can feel your sit bones reaching right down to the earth. And from that neutrally aligned pelvis, we're going to lift our spine up towards the ceiling. We're not yanking it up, we're not forcing it up, we're just gently lengthening towards the ceiling. And that engages some of our core muscles and helps sort of get those wrinkles out as we lift and open. And that gives us a nice vertical pathway for our breath, for our circulation, for our nervous system, for everything to be able to flow vertically while we're in our practice. So we're going to return to that position from time to time, but it's nice to have that right as we start off and we're setting our tone with our bit of mindfulness. So it shouldn't be a strain, it should just be something that we're gently holding, a structure. Nice. And then we're just going to bring our attention and our awareness more deeply into our body, which will bring us more deeply into the moment. So maybe start by feeling your feet on the mat or the floor. Maybe you can notice the texture beneath the soles of your feet. And then you can trace that awareness up through your ankles, up through your calves, over your knees. Maybe you'll notice your hands on your thighs as you move up your legs. And feel those sit bones in contact with your chair. Notice now that torso lifting up vertically from the pelvis. We're just touching in with our body to bring us more present and more attuned. Notice your chest rise and fall with your breath. Notice your shoulders, where they are. Are they tight? Maybe they can sink a little bit with gravity. Notice your arms just hanging gently, softly. Again, feeling the palms of your hands in contact with your thighs. We'll just bring our awareness back up the arms, back over the shoulders, up the neck, the throat. Maybe you notice some tension there. It's okay. Feel your head, the front, sides, back, ending at the top. Nice. And if your eyes were not closed and you'd like to close them, this would be a good time to do it. If they're already closed, that's great. Just leave them there. We're just going to bring our awareness even more deeply in touch with our bodies. What else do you notice? Is there tension? Is there ease? And just because we notice something doesn't mean we are supposed to judge it. We're just simply noting it. We could even accept it, celebrate it, be curious about it. What do you notice about your breath? Let's take a few more full breath cycles where we're fully focused on the inhalation and the exhalation. All we're doing is following it in and out. If the mind wanders, it's okay. Just bring it back. Beautiful. Let's just take one more full breath cycle, feeling that breath expanding beyond your chest cavity. Imagine it's encompassing your whole being right now. Beautiful. And one more breath cycle, imagining you're breathing that breath cycle with anybody else who's watching this class anytime. Sweet. Okay, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So we'll do a little bit of warming up of the spine, the joints, just getting things loosened up and opened up. So we're going to start with a simple cat-cow position with our spine, and I'll show you sideways so you can see what that looks like. And we're going to start with the tailbone, and we're going to tuck that tailbone under. You can feel already you're starting to engage your pelvis muscles, and then your belly as you bring your belly back towards the spine. Then we'll just round all the way from the bottom to the top, rounding the back, bringing the chin down to the chest. All right, and then we're going to reverse that position, and you can initiate that with the tailbone again. So bring it out, and then notice that lower back is arching. You can bring your belly forward. We're lengthening the front of the body, lengthening the whole spine during this, giving ourselves space. All the way up to the crown, which is reaching up and back. Lovely. All right, let's take ourselves through 2 more rounds and we'll use our breath. So as we come into this cat shape, we're going to exhale. And as we come into the cow, we'll inhale. Exhale back into the rounded back. Bring the belly button back towards the spine. And reverse. Inhale. Lengthen, expand, open. Lovely. All right, let's come back to a neutral spine. We're going to inhale our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale them back down. This time we're going to inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, we'll bring the right hand to the inside of the right knee. We're going to reach that left arm back. And you can stay here for a few breath cycles. So it's a lengthening, it's a spiraling, and it's an opening of the chest muscles, lengthening that arm. Yeah, let's inhale the arms up together again. We'll switch to the other side. So the left hand comes inside the left knee. The right arm reaches up and back. Few breath cycles here, grounding those sit bones, reaching up tall, spiraling, opening. Nice. Inhale, both arms up together. Come back to neutral. Release your arms to your sides. We're going to take our hands, we're going to clasp them behind the back. If you are seated back far in your chair because that works for you, you can clasp behind the back of the chair. Nice. I'm just going to turn sideways to show you what this looks like. So my hands are reaching down towards the chair, away, bringing my shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to inhale our spine tall again, shoulders down. Exhale the chin towards the chest. Inhale, back up to neutral. Exhale, lift the chin. 2 more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Maybe you can go a little further this time. Inhale up back to neutral, back to tall. Exhale, bring that head back. Last one, inhale tall again, grow. Exhale, come forward. Inhale back up. And exhale back. Nice. We'll just do one more here, one more sequence. So we're going to just look left and right. So find those sit bones grounding in again. Reach up that spine all the way up through the crown of the head, which gives you your nice alignment. Because when you start moving your neck around, if you're out of alignment and compressed, A, it's not that great, but B, you don't get as much range of motion. All right, so inhaling tall, exhaling, we lift over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale over the left shoulder. Let's just do one more round each time. See if you can just go a little bit further, a little bit taller, a little bit further over that shoulder. Yes. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Nice. Inhale back to center. Release the hands. Just give them a shake out. Let your whole upper body now shake out. And then maybe you could shake one leg. Shake the other. Nice. I'm going to move my chair forward because it's bumping up against the little board behind me. So we're going to work the legs a little bit. We're going to just sit back and pedal the legs. So you can lean against your chair if you'd like. You can give yourselves a little bit more space by turning sideways. And all we're going to do is find a little support here. We're going to lengthen here. Hold on to the chair. Lift your hands if that works. Pedaling forward, balls of the foot go forward, curled toes come back. So we're working the hips, the knees, the ankles, and the toes. You can choose the size, you can choose the speed. Ha, good, a neat pop. I love when that happens. Okay, let's bring ourselves back to neutral. So we did the front and the back of the spine. Now we're going to do a little bit of side bending. Again, find that neutral alignment, that nice tall spine, that engaged core. And we're just going to reach up that right arm, all in alignment, and we're simply going to bend in that same plane. Yes, inhale up again. Left arm comes up, lengthen, grow. Try and find that alignment again and bend. It's easy for things to like start popping out and going wonky. I mean, it's okay. Nobody's going to do it perfectly. We just like to aim for that. Yes, nice. All right, we're going to side bend over to the left again. Reaching long from that, keeping that pelvis down, reaching long on that side body, that arm, shoulder. Excellent. Let's inhale that left arm up again, nice and tall. Plug in the sit bones. Really ground that bottom. And then reach. Space. Sweet. All right. So we're going to find our knees about hip width apart. We're going to grab that left knee and just give it a nice little squeeze. And if for some reason that's not going to work for you to wrap your hands around your knees, you can use your strap, your dish towel, you can reach behind. Whatever's going to work to just open this up a little bit in the back. So we're bringing that knee up towards the chest. Now we're not bringing the chest down to the knee. We're still sitting up nice and tall. Nice, and then gently release that down to the mat. Let's hug the right knee up. Whatever you've got and whatever you need to support. Just allowing the breath to flow smoothly. All right, well, let's release that back down. So if you need your strap or your dish towel here, whatever that might be, we're going to grab the toes, the ball of the foot, and bring that in. And if this doesn't work, just take your strap in front of the ball of the foot. Still sitting up tall again, right? And just notice what happens. Notice what opens. Notice what doesn't. Beautiful. All right, gently release that foot back down to the mat. We'll bring the next one up. Use your strap here if you need to, or just your hands. Try and sit up tall. You're doing great. I just know it. All right, gently release your foot. We're going to bring that knee up one more time, and we're just going to rotate the ankle one direction, the other direction, do a little point and flex. We'll switch sides again. Rotate, reverse, point, and flex. Nice. Okay, we're going to actually practice a chair pose in our chair. I don't know why, but that cracks me up. Okay, so sit bones reaching down, pelvis nice and neutral, engaged, tall, core. Yes, excellent. Let's reach those arms up towards the ceiling. Now, when we reach our arms up, sometimes that just like throws the whole spinal alignment out of whack. So just see if you can re-establish some sort of vertical engaged alignment. Nice. And this is a great place to stay. We can stay here. Just simply breathing, feeling the muscles turned on and working, feeling the alignment, the opening. Now, another way we can take this, so if it's hard for you to have your arms up over your head, you can just bring them out like 45 degrees. Another thing we can do here is start to lean 45 degrees. I'll turn sideways. So lean that nice, tall, engaged body forward. And then if that's feeling pretty darn good and you have some strength in your legs, you can practice just sitting up off the chair and then sit back down. And sit up. And sit back down. If not, just keep here or just keep here. All of this is valid, wonderful practice of yoga. Take 2 more breath cycles, wherever you are, whatever you want to be doing. And then release your arms. Let's come back facing forward if you turn sideways for some reason. All right, wonderful. So we're going to do a little bit to loosen up our hips and to strengthen some places that might not normally get strengthened, and maybe help you move into a cross-legged seated pose at some point. We'll just work in that direction. Okay, so we're going to take this left knee up again. We're going to take that left ankle over on top of that right knee. Now, if you're like, there's no way that's going to happen, you can simply take your strap, place it around that foot, and just find whatever sort of lift and opening you can have. We're working on opening up this part of your pelvis, your hip. and all the attached muscles and ligaments and tendons. So find your position, whatever that may be. Find that neutral pelvis again. So you don't want this to be having something that you're doing is going to knock you way out of alignment. So we want to find that alignment with the spine again. Beautiful. This foot can have a little bit of life in it. You can even notice that other foot on the floor, which should just be under your knee in alignment with your hip. This knee can drop down a little bit if it's able to. You can give it a little helping hand. And if it feels good, come forward with a nice tall spine. Any amount. We literally this much is so worth it. We celebrate that. Beautiful. All right, inhale yourselves back up tall. We'll switch sides. So find that knee, hip, ankle alignment. Oops, I want to give that a little squeeze first. And then we'll bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Again, sit up tall. If this knee can come down, if you need to adjust, use your strap again. Take your time. You can always pause. Get things set up. I would rather you did that than try and just fudge your way through, which I won't say I haven't done that. Beautiful. Yeah, notice, so your left and right side are very likely different. Just notice, that's okay. Makes sense. All right, and release. All right, this time we're going to bring that ankle up, or that foot up to the hip crease, if your body will allow that. If not, just take your strap again and see if you can just extend a little bit higher and a little bit deeper in, wherever it is. If you've got that all the way into the hip crease, you want to move to the front of your chair, that can drop a little bit. Just make sure you're safe and your sit bones are perched on there. And you can help it along again, and I'm still sitting tall. My shoulders are away from my ears. My breath is flowing. It's easy to hold our breath, grunt, groan, gasp. Those are signs that maybe something needs to be adjusted. All right, bring that knee back up, release that foot. We'll take the right foot into that left hip crease, if that works. Let that knee drop. Mine definitely does not drop as far on this side. Years and years of holding tension or injury can all contribute to a body that is asymmetrical. That's okay. Brilliant. So no pain, no strain, no discomfort. I mean, a little discomfort is okay. No pain. Just notice that sort of good stretching feeling. All right, bring your knee back up. Okay, we're going to grab our block, soup can, cereal box, place it down on the mat. So we're going to work in a forward fold. You might not need that, but I'm just going to use it to show what is possible if coming forward is a stretch. Okay, so let's inhale our spine nice and tall again. Reach the arms up. Feel that alignment. And then let's take all that over into a little forward fold. Now, you can use your hands on your thighs if you need a little extra support. You can walk yourselves down. If your hands come to the mat, great. If you need to come to your block, that's great too. Now, just notice what's happening back there in your pelvis, your lower back. Let that soften and lengthen. And then let your spine lengthen from there. And then see if you can come down even further with the upper body. It can roll, it's okay. Nice. And we're going to come up halfway. So we're going to lengthen out just straight out. Hands on the thighs, hands on the mat, hands on the block. And then we're going to take our right hand underneath about where our face is. Take the left hand back to the sacrum. Lengthen the spine. We're going to spiral towards the left. Yes. Feel that length. Reach that. You can even use your hand to like coax your sacrum, your tailbone back away from the crown of your head. That's lengthening forward. Beautiful. Let's come back. We'll take the left hand underneath the face. Take the right hand back to the sacrum. Lengthen first before you spiral. You know what's coming, but set yourself up. Spiral over to the right. Yes. Feels so good. All right, back to center. One more length and fold. Beautiful. And then you can walk your hands up, or you can take your hands to your hips, lengthen your spine, and bring yourselves up that way. All right, I'm going to get this block out of the way. All right, we're going to work a little bit with an eagle pose. So you might have seen this before. You might think, I can't do eagle pose. I say maybe you can. All right, first we're going to start out with the legs. Move the left leg a little bit towards the center. Take the right leg on top. And maybe you need a little, tuck something in there. If you need a little extra support and there's no way those two are coming together. Otherwise, bring them together. Scooch forward on your seat if you need to. Now, this is a great place to be. If, however, you can manage a little wrap here, go ahead and do that. But it's not mandatory. I'm going to unwrap just for the purposes of showing this. So we're going to do a little bit of a closed twist here. So we're going to take our right hand behind us on the chair. We'll take the left hand to the outside of that right knee. Ground, grow, and spiral towards the right. And imagine that little plumb line going up vertically through your spine. You're just trying to orient around that. Excellent. Inhale that spine nice and tall. We're going to do an open twist. So take your left hand behind, take your right hand to the outside of the right knee. Ground, find the alignment, spiral. Excellent. All right, let's switch legs. So move the right knee a little bit more towards the center line. Take the left knee over the right knee. Wrap if you've got it. And we'll start with the closed twist. Take your left hand behind you on the chair, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Grow. Feel how the rib cage, the abs engage as you grow and orient towards that alignment. And then we'll just spiral this way and then that. Nice and tall, on your way out. Oops, keep that crossed. Right hand behind, left hand to the outside of the left knee. Ground, grow, spiral. So good. Inhale, come back. Okay, now we're going to take the right knee over the left. Wrap if you've got it. We're going to take our arms out to the side. Get them nice and far away from each other so you really feel that chest and those shoulders opening up. This is all still engaged. Nice. And just give yourself a hug with your left arm underneath, or your right arm underneath, sorry. All right, release, open them up again. This time we're going to cross those elbows. Right elbow is underneath left. And then we're going to come into a little spiral with the arms and our eagle arms. Now, if you stop here, backs of the hands together and they move towards each other. If you can wrap them around a little bit more, palms to palm, squeezing together. If you're all wrapped, you can start to lift. You can come onto the toes. You can lengthen the front of the body. Lift the elbows, come into a little back bend. But you don't have to. You can stay right where you are, working whatever is present in your body in this moment. Nice. Gently come on back. Unwind your arms, unwind your legs. Wiggle, shake. Do whatever you need to do to undo that. Move the right leg towards the center. Take the left leg over top. Wrap if you can. Reach the arms out. This time we're going to take the left elbow under for the hug. Maybe you can grasp your hands a little bit further. Cross those elbows a little further. Beautiful. Release. This is all engaged again. Cross the elbows. Backs to the hands to the backs of the hands or palms to palm. To show you what that looks like. Nice. And then if you want to come up onto your toes, if you want to open up that belly, lift those elbows, arch that back. Whatever you've got. Any amount is wonderful unless it's hurting. Yes, beautiful. Bring it all back down. Release the arms. Release the legs. Shake, wiggle. Let's just take a few breath cycles here. Close your eyes if that's comfortable. Just re-ground into your body. Check in. How are things feeling? What are you noticing? Just simply awareness. We're practicing awareness. Beautiful. All right, open your eyes. All right, we're going to do some lunges. Yeah, we're going to do some lunges. So first we're going to face our body towards the right. We're going to take that right cheekbone, or that right sit bone, that right cheek, are perched on the side of the chair. This foot is grounded under the knee, facing out of the hip. And then we're just going to simply drop this from the hip to the knee. That's a vertical line. And then curl those toes under. So face the right. See if you can feel that alignment. The knees now can start reaching down. You're opening up the front of that thigh, opening up that hip flexor. Feel that's reaching, opening, growing. You can adjust your pants. It's a great time to do that. And then bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. All right, release your arms. Release that leg. Come on back, and then we'll shift over to the other side. So now I'm going to perch on that left sit bone, that left cheek. Find my foot grounded, rooted. Bring that right knee down from that right hip. Curl those the right toes under. Face that knee. Find your alignment. Reach nice and tall. Reach the arms up if that works. You can keep your hands here. You can use your chair. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable. Now I'm really reaching down in here, opening that up, strengthening that, finding my alignment with my core, reaching the arms up. Beautiful. Release. All right, we're going to come back, do one more round on each side. And we're going to extend the leg if that works. If it doesn't work, do just have the knee bent again. So find that that right sit bone perched. This leg is nice and grounded and stable as a support. And then I'm going to curl those left toes under. Reach that left leg back. Open it up. Make it nice and long. Hands to the pelvis. Kind of helps you orient to grow your spine out of the pelvis. So you can keep your hands here. You can reach them up if you'd like. And let that breath flow. Feel into all those parts. Take that time. Nice. Bring the arms back down. Release the leg as you sit back down, and then we'll switch sides again. So I'm perching on my left sit bone. I'm going to reach that right leg back, curl the toes under, open that leg up. And again, do whatever you can do. If it's not going to extend, that's fine. Find your pelvis. Find your nice tall spine. Feel the strength in that leg. Reach the arms up if that works. A few breath cycles here. So good. Release your arms. Come on back out whenever you're ready. Sit down. Release that leg mindfully. We go into the poses mindfully. We come out of the poses mindfully. All right, let's give ourselves a little bit of spiraling in the pelvis. Just back and forth, loosening up, wiggling it out. Okay, we're going to do one last thing. We're going to work on a boat pose. So boat pose I love because as we break it down into all its little elements, then we can find where is our position that we're going to hold. So I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. Between the sit bones and the sacrum, we can make a little bit of a tripod. So I like to use that as an anchor and a base. And then from there, I'm going to grow my spine nice and tall. And as I grow it, I'm engaging all of those core muscles again. My hands are supporting me. Nice. This is a place you can stop because I'm working all of this, and it's valuable. Now, if you want, you can come up onto the toes. You can lift bent knees. You can extend your legs. But keep this stable. Once this starts to fall apart, your legs have gone too far, so just back off a step. Another possibility is you find your little sacrum tripod, and you hold your hands behind your knees or in front of your knees. You can lift them higher. You can just play around with what am I able to do? All right, let's gently release back, sit up tall, wiggle, wiggle, and then we'll give ourselves one more round of that. You can do what you did. You can try another variation. Just find the little tripod, find this core engagement and alignment. Let your breath flow. Nice. All right, extend your spine, then we'll come on out. Okay, so just take a few breath cycles of reaching, moving any kind of way your body would like to right now. Just listening. You can make it up. It doesn't have to be a prescribed pose or shape. Just what would your body really like right now? Sweet. Okay, so we're going to move into Shavasana. Now, Shavasana is corpse pose, so traditionally it is laying down on your mat, which you have the opportunity to do right now if you would like to. If that doesn't work for you and your body, you can take that closing meditation and just have it be in your chair pose, in your chair, not the chair pose. So make yourself comfortable in whatever way works for you. So whatever you need to make yourself comfortable, whether you need a blanket or a jacket, a cushion behind you, so that you can relax. We're less concerned about alignment here and more concerned with being able to let go and release. The point of this part of the practice is to allow you to simply have the opportunity to do nothing while everything that you've done integrates itself into your body. So it's nice to stay present with yourself and witness what's happening in your body as that's happening, and also just to help support the relaxation in any way that you can. It's a tempting moment to think about the rest of your day, but this is really a beautiful gift to give to yourself to stay present if you can, if you're able to. And when your mind drifts, you can just gently bring it back. So I'll be quiet for a few moments. And with these next few breath cycles, just give yourself the opportunity to follow that full inhalation and full exhalation without needing to change anything, just observing. With your next breath cycle, just imagine that breath is expanding again beyond your chest cavity and filling your being all the way from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, enlivening, nourishing. Nice. And then you can slowly start to bring your body back to aliveness. Wiggle, move in any way feels right. And if you've been lying on your mat, you can roll to your right side. If you're seated here, just find your alignment. We'll meet back up at a seated pose. So if you've been lying down, just bring yourself back to your seated pose. We'll just feel the bottoms in contact with the chair, the mat again. Feel a little uplifting in the spine. And one last little check-in. What's it feel like to be you right now? How's your body? How's your breath? How's your mood? And notice if there's anything that you would like to celebrate from your practice or anything that you would like to take with you into your day. Maybe it's the way you feel, or maybe it's an awareness you had. And with your next breath cycle, one more full breath, feeling that whole package that is you. Nice. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It's wonderful to have you be a part of our community. If you would like to continue with that, please subscribe so that we can grow and expand and have many, many more yogis with whom we can connect. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.